guy doesn't want to let you have the choke. But let me just review the basics real quick. So see, I usually do this one palm up towards me. Okay. So the first one, the basic rear naked choke, he's going to be fighting my hands. And I look to control one wrist, pull it down, and keep digging this through until my elbow is even with his jaw. Okay. I'm not going to release this hand until my elbow is about in line. If I'm here, I'm not going to let it go most of the time. Okay. So keep digging until I get here, and then I let go and punch the back of the head, and then finish. Okay. I never go like this, because this is where Travis is going to grab the wrist, and this is where you get into a battle. So from here, from the harness, control one wrist, work to get this all the way even, then I usually grab my gear, if it's no gi, grab my shoulder. Release and punch back here. See that space back there? You won't be able to get my hand, he's not going to be able to grab it. Then of course you know, never push on the head. You just pinch your elbows together and pull your shoulders back. It should be a couple second tap. Okay? That's your basic rear naked choke. Everybody got that? And the second one we'll do, Paul, and Roy, you can go into Travis's, Travis will get him back. Second one we'll do, it's also valuable, is we're going to work off of shoulder side up into an arm triangle. So Paul gets his shoulder to the mat, hook the foot, start to go belly down, just like we did before. Pull, 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 and Travis is going to start to work into an arm triangle. Right hand comes behind the head, ear to ear. Now, the right palm is like this, flat on the mat. Not like this, not like this. This is going to be stronger. Palm down on the mat. You don't need to grab it with your left hand. Head down. He's as low as possible, and he's just going to start to walk towards the wall. That's it. It's your basic arm triangle. When you go like this, it changes the position of the space of your bicep. Like go like this on the mat, and then look at your arm, and then turn it over. And that makes enough difference to make the person tap. Okay, so one more time. Here, harness. That's cool, that's there. I want you to work it. It's a solid fundamental submission and it keeps you on top, so it's great. But also don't forget to work that rear naked choke. Control the wrist, make sure this hand gets all the way through. Punch the back of the head, pinch your elbows together and pull your shoulders back. So go through that, and I want to show you some new ones. Okay, let's go. Make sense? Right? All that we just worked from white to black belt, that's your curriculum. White belt, that's your curriculum, black belt, that's your curriculum. That's 90% of back controls right there, okay? Well, let's do a couple extra finishes. Don't get too caught up in these, because primarily I want you to work for a basic rear naked choke, but there's some extra things we can do. So Travis is on Christian's back. This is it. Christian's hanging on, and you're having a hard time. He's grabbing your hands, and he doesn't want you to choke him, so he's fighting for that. We've got a couple different options. The first one, we'll do just a basic guillotine choke from behind. So he's going to put his forearm in his throat, grab his wrist, head behind the head, and push. So using the top of your head and that little spot back here, the back of the neck, and drive forward and forward. That one works quite well. Okay. Next one is he's going to turn his head. He turns towards the bicep. That's when I want you to use that hand to turn it. Go back into your basic rear naked choke. And then if he turns the other way, you have a very nice neck break. That one's nasty, so be careful with that. Okay, so you have it. Go ahead and take it again. Reach all the way across, over in front of his face, grab your own tricep, and then just pull. Doesn't look like you'll tap, you'll tap. Okay. But again, none of these are a substitute for having a good basic rear naked choke and back control. It's always about the position first. If you suck at the position and you're not able to move your hips or keep the shoulder side up because you haven't invested the time in drilling it, it doesn't matter how many of these finishes you know, you're still not going to be very good. Whereas if you get good at the position, you may only know one finish, and you're still going to be a nightmare to deal with. So priority is always on the position. But for fun, I'm going to throw these in. This is like the garnish on the plate for a second, and then we're going to put it together and drill, and we're going to work our way backwards to hands and knees. Okay, so let's try it. For every partner, back and forth.